So I want to just spend a couple of minutes going through what we're doing as a network for research culture and how we're feeding into the discussion that's happening now. And particularly that means talking about the REF. So the Developing REF 2029 is happening at the moment. We held a workshop in August last year to sort of develop some answers to an initial questionnaire that they had developed. That went in October. That data is not public, but if you're interested in it, I can send it to you. It's just we didn't think it was sufficient of interest to stick it on the website. They then had a consultation throughout November with contributions that had to be submitted by, I think it was the 1st of December. That is on the website. It's linked from the homepage. And the full URL is at the bottom of this slide. So if you want to read that, please do. If you want to comment on it, please do send me a message. I drafted it, so it's probably my mistake if it's wrong. And please use it, if you can use that as a piece of argument within your organizations, please use it. That was partly how it was written. I've sent it on within Imperial, for example. What's going on with the REF now is they've got basically three things that are happening at the same time. They're running a pilot process to have a go at running a people, cultural, and environment element and see how it goes. And HEIs are applying to be part of that. See if you can find out whether your institution is doing this. And if they are doing it, can you be involved in any way? It might be quite hard to find out whether they're doing anything, but there's a potential space for action there. There will be panels to assess the pilot process. They're not open yet, but PRISMs will be eligible to apply. So I'm going to suggest that we do, because I think they need a PRISM on every panel. And then they're also running workshops all summer. This is VTI who are running workshops all summer to develop the indicators for people, culture, and environment. And there's a sequence of about 20 workshops that you can sign up to on that list there. There's a link there, policy/ref-2029. Can I strongly encourage you, if you're interested and you've got the time, do sign up. They're all online. You can say which of the 16 or so, 20 or so you want to go to, but they need to hear PRISM voices in all of that, because I suspect we're going to be sort of reasonably often in a position of saying, I can see why you want that, but that's exclusionary, or that's referring primarily to academic staff, because that's what the habit is. I will be sending out these links via the newsletter quite soon, I think, because I think it would be great if we did have a very significant PRISM activity here. The other thing we're doing is we are currently plotting a big funding bid for the PRISM network. We've got about as big as we can get without having any money coming in at all. And so we're going to be applying, at least in the first instance, or having a look at applying, shall we say, because we haven't actually got there yet, to the Research England Development Fund, who are the people who paid for the talent project that got the technicians commitment started. The idea is that this would be hosted by the National Centre for Research Culture at Warwick, which seems like a fairly natural home for a national research project looking at including building the network further, researching what being a PRISM actually is, getting some proper data on where we're employed and what our JDs actually say, and how much we're paid and what we're expected to do and how that varies from institution to institution, and also developing more training modules and advocating for PRISMs. And we're currently building regional and thematic partnerships. So that's obviously got a huge research culture element. That's it. That's what we're up to. Thank you all very much for coming along today. Those are our email addresses. Please get in touch if you've got anything that you would like to say, follow up on, get involved with. The next training event we're running is on how to pick project management training for PRISMs. That's in a month. Month after that, we're going to be talking about knowledge exchange with practice oral. And then in July, we're going to be talking about how to run a CDT from the point of view of actually having run a CDT. So that's going to be sort of experience talking to experience that month. So there we